of the everlasting fire. Shed your light from the past, the sun on the shores of the stones was cast. We transcend for your presence in our senses. With natural
Thank you guys very much for having us here today. Thank you. Appreciate you inviting over here.
Yes.
And so you guys have quite a bit to talk about, I know.
Yes.
You have a new album under your belts now that's about to come out and be unleashed upon the world.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, maybe?
Absolutely. This is our first full-length album that we're releasing. We've been working on this since 2011 when we did release our EP. And it's, I mean, there's some old songs on there, but we really didn't start really buckling down and writing stuff until, you know, later in 2012, after Evan entered the band, and just our creative outlet kind of came to be. You know, we realized where we wanted to, you know, focus our energy and what kind of genre we really wanted. I guess you could say subgenre, since there's a million different explanations of what we might sound like. But then just kind of started, you know, writing all the right material and felt good. So, you know, there's no filler songs. Don't worry.
Yeah. After Sean left the band, Evan Knight was a perfect mix to add into the band. Like, he really fit in, not only like as a drummer itself, but like he really fit like the energy of the band and the direction we wanted to go in.
Right?
Yeah, big style shift.
Oh yeah.
Right.
For more of our thrash metal sound, I would say it's more death metal and progressive death metal.
Yeah, that mid '90s era.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Edge of Sanity.
Prime.
Right.
Yeah.
So, fans of what bands do you think would probably would dig your sound the most?
Fans of old school death
Old
metal,
school death
thrash
metal.
metal, like Death, of course.
Edge of Sanity.
Edge of Sanity.
Even like bolt throwers sometimes,
Bolt
you know,
Throwers,
as
some
far
of
as
our
like the
heavier shit.
rawness.
Yeah.
But then,
Right on.
Yeah.
Is there a pile of Priest's philosophy, as it were, in your lyrics or anything like that, or is there a particular place you guys are coming from?
Definitely. It comes from a lot of hatred towards religion, and specifically, you know, Catholicism and Christianity.
I wouldn't have guessed from your name.
Oh, of course not. We're not targeting anybody by any means.
Yeah, we're the best Catholic band around.
Right. Yeah, so we derive a lot of our lyrics from extinctions of, like, basically, you know, we want to make it a point to say that, you know, there is life and there is prosperity, and you can have your own integrity without being judged by some higher being, you know.
yeah,
Like you
positivity in darkness.
can, exactly. You can you know, figure all this shit out on your own, and it's, you know, pathetic, the state of, you know, what we are in as of right
Yeah,
now.
the music's not really focused on hating religion for the sake of hating religion. We really want to display our reasoning, as to say,
To end it,
Yeah.
basically, to see its extinction.
Yep. It's pretty awesome.
Right on.
Hail Satan!
Right on. Right on. That's a very succinct and awesome way to describe it. So your new album, a lot of the lyrics deal with those themes.
Absolutely. The album's called Void to Enlightenment, so it's kind of like, you know, you're in this void of misinformation, and at what point do you expel forward and, you know, figure it out in your mind?
Well, then there's like the double meaning too, where it's like, you know, you put your mind in the void and it's clear, you know, so therefore enlightenment.
Exactly.
Right. And devoid of religion.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
It's a pun.
Right.
Precisely.
Right.
Oh, fun!
Right. That's excellent. And what can you tell us a little bit about how the album was made? Did you record it here in Denver, and did you record with particular?
We
Where
did.
did you
We recorded with Jeff Alexis at Firestorm Studios, and we would definitely recommend him to
Oh, yeah.
anybody who wants something
He also plays in Bloodstrike.
solid. Yes,
Awesome. Awesome band.
you're wearing the shirt.
Yeah, their new album kills.
Yeah, so he's good. We had Patrick Bruss of Crypticus.
Yeah.
He is mixing and mastering us for us, and he's been on a bunch of stuff too, like did a bunch of stuff for Razorback Records, so it's
Mhm.
pretty cool to be working with him as well. So basically, it's all been, funded by us as well, and that's huge, like.
Yeah, we just did the standard, layering tracks. Started with drums and then guitars and bass, vocals. So
Finding good tones to mix in there through recording, and Patrick has really helped our our vision to really come to life through it. It sounds great.
Yeah, he's
It's
very
exactly
flexible.
what we've wanted.
Very flexible.
All right.
Yeah.
Put a nice sheen on it. Nice
Absolutely.
evil sheen.
You gotta show that
Fucking
sinister attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. Patrick's a very cool guy.
Yeah, it's been nice to work with him,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's great. So you said that the music's progressed quite a bit from your EP. How would you describe that progression? I know you said more thrash and now more death metal, but
Absolutely. And I see it as, a lot of it from the shift of our old drummer to Evan, and just the way that I write music in general. It was always kind of more like, I'm going to play this riff and it's going to be fast and cool and I like this. And it it's, I don't know if I want to call the thrashing it's more amateur, but in that respect it kind of is. I've refined my playing and it feels more death metal, especially with what you do with the drums. It's not like your standard thrash attack. Like, I don't see it as a thrash metal band by any
Yeah.
means, and I think people are going to hear that for sure.
And we definitely still have some thrash influence
Totally.
in small parts throughout a few songs. But even then, we also have a few parts that'll sound more towards black metal too.
Oh yeah.
We're not we don't want to limit ourselves to being just some kind of brutal death metal band or anything of that sort.
Yeah, a lot more dynamics
Yeah.
as far as riffing styles go now. And then even though we could describe our sound as early death metal, we do take influence from newer bands. So
Absolutely.
that really cuts
Oh, yeah.
through in a lot of our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Old Man's Child comes to mind, even Meshuggah.
Definitely.
So
Revocation is
yeah,
kick-ass.
Revocation. Yes.
nice.
Lots of good elements going on there. So yeah, I like to take pieces of what other musicians do and figure it out how it's like, well, I'd love to add that in my music, but not be a direct copy, and
Yeah.
so it kind of just all over the place. Like, well, I like this band's shit here, so we're gonna throw this in here with that, and then I don't know. I think it makes for a good mix, and like I said, it's for taking us 4 years. We've only written 8 songs, so
Yeah, so we really doctored them,
yeah, absolutely,
really refined that.
yeah, absolutely.
And when does the album come out again?
December 12th.
December 12th.
Yes, it's a Saturday night at Black Sky Brewery.
It's coming
Yeah.
up quick.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yep.
we need to get our shit together.
Is it just going to be you guys, or are you going to have guests?
We're gonna have
special
one more
guests?
band, not announced yet, but
Gotcha.
we have one other band that's gonna play. So it's gonna be a free show, and since we couldn't get an actual venue, we're gonna ask for donations. Anything that we can, get from it will be, fruitful, and that will definitely help towards more merchandise, towards our spring tour, which we plan to do. So that'll be nice, and then we'll also have more merchandise too to sell there. So
Buy the album.
So buy it. Buy our shit.
We need you to.
Nice.
We're poor as fuck.
You mentioned spring tour. Is that do you know exactly what you're doing with that yet, or?
It's kind of in the works right now. We've been in contact with some places, but that's not the main focus as of right now. So we're just kind of waiting to see where we can get booked and whatever. And,
Yeah.
it's a matter of how long we can get off work and
We're hoping to go out west.
planning
Yeah.
life around it.
Explore California again. We haven't played California in I guess, what,
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
I wasn't in at that time.
Yep.
So you have played out of state before.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Nice.
We played Nebraska quite a lot.
Yeah, Nebraska's awesome because all the Kansas dudes come, So
no
it's
one
like
would think
we meet
so,
at the middle.
but yeah, no, it's a great
They
place.
love their death metal.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy out there.
Nice.
Kansas, Nebraska, New Mexico. We played Wyoming, California.
I remember one of the
Fair
craziest
another one.
shows we ever had was in Nebraska. It's this tiny little bar, and Sean's drum set couldn't fit, but it was the only thing that could fit on the stage. And Evan and I were on the ground the entire time, and the place was just packed.
Nice.
We only played like 3 songs, and in the middle of the last one, the guy's like, "All right, you got like 2 more minutes,"
And we just kept
They
playing.
stopped us, like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Drove all this way.
Oh yeah, no, I mean the pay was good, so that's why it was kind of funny. Like playing
Yeah.
3 songs,
And the
then-
show was intense.
Right.
Just everyone was like moshing right in front of us while we're on the floor.
Right.
It's nice to get out of Denver every once in a while.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like our
Great
last
people out there.
Walsenburg show.
Walsenburg.
Still in
yeah.
Colorado, but that shit was literally trippy.
It is trippy down there.
It is, yeah.
It is for sure. I've been down there a few times.
And that's actually where we went to take our album pictures. Was the sand dunes.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that picture.
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah.
We,
All stormy and windy out there.
We did that last August and just kind of been waiting to release it until we had music and stuff to show for it, you know. Instead of like you've releasing the pictures and then like no music for another year, like
Yeah.
you
And
know.
we
It
need
was-
to have one giant swell.
Exactly.
Right.
And it was so perfect too, because right as soon as we got there, we marched up as high as we could. We got basically to the top, and as soon as that happened, like a huge storm started to come in.
Yeah, dude.
And it was just
It's like
perfect.
lightning like here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Sand dunes are awesome.
They
Yeah.
are awesome.
It's been too long. I need to get down there one of these days.
Totally.
Do it, man. We should.
So you guys played a show with Artillery earlier this year. I see you have the T-shirt on. That was a really awesome show.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
Do
yeah.
you
I love
have
those guys?
Yeah, that was amazing. That's not a band that I ever thought I was going to get a chance to see, frankly.
Me neither. Yeah. Or to get to play with them for that matter.
When Patrick first told me, I was like, "The Artillery?"
Yeah.
Like, really? Like,
Right.
Who?
Yeah.
And
No.
like, and let alone like at Bushwhackers.
Right.
Like such a small venue, I never would have thought that they would. I didn't believe it at first.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did you guys get on that show? Did you?
I actually saw the tour flyer, and then I was like, at Bushwhackers, and they're always trying to get us to play. So I was like, hey, you know, we need another band for this bill, and we definitely hopped right on there. So it was kind of just like, you know, seeing it at the right time and asking,
Right.
which is usually how it goes. But
Right.
no, it was great. You know, all those guys were just hanging out beforehand and like
And even after
just
the show
eating
as well.
pizza at the bar. We got to chat with all of them.
Yeah. Great, like
super
great guys.
cool guys. Yeah.
Like we even still keep in contact with them. Like they love keeping contact with their fans and other bands that they play with.
Cool.
Really down to earth people.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the turnout was decent, but it was great to play with them. And like, you know how those little shows are with like big bands. It's so intimate to see that.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
dude.
a lot of
It was
fun.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. Are there any other bands that you guys would like to play in that same kind of context if they were to come through? Like, obviously, I'm sure there's a million.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But any ones that you maybe know are going to be touring soon that you might have your sights set on to try to play
Right,
with, or-
yeah. Well, you know, I tried to get on the Cataclysm Belphegor show. That would have been badass as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Vital Remains as well. And you know, I've seen a resurgence of a lot of these older bands that stopped touring and now they're back. You know.
Like Pestilence and
Yeah,
Corner.
yeah, for sure.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we can
play from the
dream.
corner.
Fuck.
And
That would be awesome.
Nea Obliviscaris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That French band's coming.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome.
With Cradle of Filth.
Yeah. I don't know
Right.
who else is doing.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be happy to get on anything pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't know until it's like the day before. Yeah.
Right?
That sucks.
So none scheduled at the moment, but
As of right now, yeah.
Very much open to.
right.
Definitely.
But the CD release show is
Yeah.
scheduled for December 12th,
Yep.
so that's awesome.
Black Sky Brewery.
Very cool.
So yeah,
And it's free, you know?
exactly.
We
Like,
want money, but it's free.
if you,
And they also have great food and great beer. Everyone there is awesome.
Yeah, and you're a chef there.
I was.
Was there, yeah, was a chef there.
yeah.
You've
So I have a
never-
little bit of bias towards the place.
right.
I swear the pizza's good.
Right,
Swear.
right. There's a show there tomorrow, incidentally.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matinee.
Yeah, the
The
free
Sunday
matinee show.
matinee.
Oh yeah, love their Sunday shows.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun. It's a nice thing to do on a Sunday.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm glad you guys do that for sure.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to impart to either you fans you have now or fans would-be fans out there?
Come to the show if you're 21
Yeah.
and buy a CD. We'll
You'll
have
like it.
stickers. Yeah, any donations, we'll give you stickers. I mean, that's totally fine. Even if you don't donate, I'll still give you a sticker.
Yep.
Got
For
plenty
sure.
of those.
Yeah, definitely.
Still.
So we'll have a bunch of that stuff. I mean, we're just basically asking anybody to just drop some change in or whatever. So,
Yeah.
you know, just so we can help fund later endeavors, and that's just going to help us out a lot.
Just
other
listen.
than that- Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
just
listen
listen
to
to
the
the
album.
Yep.
It's going to be great. We're going to release a song probably in about a couple days here, so it'll be the first single for the album.
Where are you going to release that?
It's going to be, I'm going to throw it up on YouTube and
Okay.
then probably release it on Facebook and then send it out that way. So
Okay.
we'll see if we can get any web zines to recognize us or whatever.
Right.
So that's kind of the goals as of
Right.
right now.
Right.
Absolutely.
And when will you be announcing the other band for your CD release party?
Probably within the next couple days as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully this week or so.
Yeah.
Gonna come to that.
And I think you already have an event page up for that, right?
It is,
You
right.
do. That's right.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
right.
That is up and running. So yeah, we just hope we can get a good turnout. It's a Saturday night, and that was the hardest part about booking a venue is like trying to get other bands and all that, and then whatever. So this will be nice. Everyone will be able to get out there. We'll show starts at 9, so then we'll probably go on sometime around. It doesn't matter. You'll be there
Show
You
up
can-
at the beginning.
at the beginning.
You can
You'll
go
be there
late.
at 9.
You can go late there, Black Sky. They're
Oh,
open
yeah.
until 2. So.
And I'm sure we will. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
And
it's gonna
that's
be
another
fun.
great thing is that like once the show's done, we'll just be hanging out with everyone drinking. So
Right. Pile of Priests 2015.
Oh yes.
Thank you guys very much for having us here.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
we love Denver Heavy Metal Society.
Yeah, dude.
We love you. Oh yeah.